Friends, welcome to this daily video devotional. I'm here on a staircase in our home that just goes down into the basement. Not nearly as exciting about the staircase we're going to read about here. You might already know what I'm talking about. The staircase we're going to read about here is one that we find in the book of Genesis. And it's what arrives in Jacob's dream as he is in Bethel. Genesis 28 says this: Jacob left Beersheba and set out for Haran. He reached a certain place and spent the night there. When the sun had set, he took one of the stones at the place and put it near his head. Then he laid down there. He dreamed, and he saw a raised staircase, its foundation on earth and its top touching the sky. And God's messengers were ascending and descending on it. Suddenly the Lord was standing on it and saying, I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, the father of Abraham and the God of Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land on which you are lying. Your descendants will become like the dust of the earth. You will spread out to the west, east, north, and south. Every family of earth will be blessed because of you and your descendants. I am with you. I will protect you everywhere you go, and I will bring you back to the land. I will not leave you until I have done everything that I have promised you. When Jacob woke from his sleep, he thought to himself, the Lord is definitely in this place, and I didn't know it. He was terrified and thought, this sacred place is awesome. What I love about this story is that it starts off as Jacob is wandering. He's wandering in the most unspectacular place that you can imagine. So unspectacular that when it comes time for bed, he lays down and he takes a rock and he makes a rock his pillow. I've never tried sleeping on a rock. I don't intend to ever sleep on a rock, but we can imagine that this was not exactly the Hilton that Jacob wanted. Then he dreamt. He dreamt of the staircase that connected the heavens and earth. And on it, the messengers, or angels as some translations call it, ascended and descended, going up and down, meeting earth and heaven. And then God appears. And God proclaims, I am the God of your father Abraham and of Isaac. I am your God. And I'll create for you and your descendants something you can't even begin to imagine. Somehow this ordinary space turned into something that was remarkable. Jacob even says that. He says, when he woke from his sleep, he thought to himself, the Lord is definitely in this place. I didn't even know it. This sacred place is awesome. And so I share this as a reminder to you that we have all over this last year, but certainly even beyond that, become so familiar with our common surroundings. We're working in makeshift offices in our homes. We're eating meals in cars rather than at restaurant booths because of safety. We're even worshiping virtually and doing Bible studies by Zoom. But don't forget, God can take even a wilderness with a stone pillow and turn it into a sacred, awesome place. But we have to be willing to dream. We have to be willing to close our eyes and drift off so that God can speak to us. Now, when I say that, I don't necessarily mean a literal dream. For Jacob, it was a dream. For me, it's often daydreaming about how God will move through me and what we can do and how we can do. For others, maybe it's conversations. For some, inspiration from reading or seeing. However we become inspired by God. However we meet God. On a staircase, in a video, in a conversation, in an interaction. Maybe even in a calm, quiet moment. May we look around and repeat the words of Jacob. This sacred place is awesome. It's none other than God's house and the entrance to heaven. Amen.